609 Sandcom.
Go ahead.
Yeah, be advised, CMed has been contacted. You are able to contact them now.
Copy.
.609 Sandcom.
Go ahead.
Hey.
You good, Chief?
Sorry, I crashed out there for a second.
Yeah, it's
Did it just go poof?
Discord does not play well when I'm streaming and doing other things.
Oh.
No, it doesn't. Causes issues.
Yeah, so Discord freezes up and then it causes everything else to freeze and it's just a mess.
Okay. So, do you want Franklin to stay on the Boo Boo bus, or do you want him to join the engine? Because I would be fine to go to the Boo Boo bus if I have to.
What I might do is put the three of you on the engine, and then when Robert needs a rider, you guys can just take turns or whatever.
Alright.
You know what the awkward thing is about that, Chief, is that call that we just had, I had no communication because my radio wasn't tuned to the right frequency.
Oh, that'll be difficult.
Yeah, just a little bit. So I was sitting there going, what the fuck was going on?
I bet you were talking to the caps.
It was all awkward. We're just talking about the new radio system.
609.
Be out of service 15 for decon.
Copy that, out of service for decon.
Shit. Well, if we get a call, you're gonna have to tell me
Engine
because
9,
my TeamSpeak's being
3013,
shit.
Great Ocean Highway, Cluck and Bell, fire alarm. Engine 9,
Never mind.
3013, Great Ocean Highway, the Cluck and Bell, fire alarm.
3013. Automatic fire alarm.
Battalion 4 will be en route 3013.
Copy Battalion 4, 313.
Sandcom, Engine 9.
Engine 9.
Responding.
Copy, Engine 9 responded.
Alright, let's go. Sandcom, Engine 9.
Engine 9.
We're on scene. We'll have nothing showing. We'll be out investigating.
Copy, on scene, nothing showing, out investigating.
Battalion 4 is arriving. Battalion 4 to Engine 9.
Engine 9.
I've got an open door just a little bit further up here.
10-4, we're going up there right now. Oh, right in front of him. Let's get to that.
609 second.
609. Six oh nine.
Battalion 4, Engine 9.
Go for Battalion 4.
We're going to be sending one in. Investigation.
Copy. I'm going to do as much of a 360 here as I can for you.
10-4.
609 Sandcom.
609.
Sorry about that, we lost comms. We'll be clear in service.
Copy, 609 in service.
Engine 9, Battalion 4.
Engine 9.
Can't do much of a 360 here for you, but what I can see on the Alpha, Bravo, and Delta sides is all clear. Got a large, continuous industrial complex here, spanning about 3 or 4 blocks.
10-4. Engine 9, Battalion 4, Engine 9.
Go.
I think we found the source. It's just going to be a large smoke coming from deep fryer in here. They got it all clear. They're all good in here. We'll be coming out.
Received. I'm going to clear. Sandcom Battalion 4 is clear. Return.
Copy that, Battalion 4 clear. Turning.
Sandcom, Engine 9.
Engine 9.
We're clear. Available.
Copy, clear, available. Engine 9, Battalion 4. Engine 9, Battalion 4. 3025 Paleto Boulevard. 3025 Paleto Boulevard for a caller reporting smoke coming between Pop's Pills and Don's Country Store. No further info this time.
Sandcom, Engine 9.
Engine 9.
We're en route.
10-4 Engine 9, trading route.
Battalion 4 has that. I'm en route.
10-4, Battalion 4.
Sandcom, Engine 9.
Go Engine 9.
We're in the area. We'll be attempting to locate.
10-4.
Sandcom, Battalion 4.
Battalion 4.
Battalion 4 arriving. We have a single story, 25 by 75 commercial building. There's possibly some light smoke showing from the Charlie side. I'll be out investigating. Engine 9, will you bring your crew over here?
Sandcom copies.
Reports came in as a car. I thought the reports came in as a car that was on fire.
Oh, I thought it was
pluming.
smoke between the building.
No, I thought he said a car like pluming smoke.
Oh, no, I didn't hear anything about a car. Sandcom, Battalion 4.
Battalion 4.
Sorry, the initial dispatch, was this for smoke from a building or smoke from a vehicle?
It's gonna be smoke from a building.
I copy that. Battalion 4 to Engine 9.
Engine 9.
Why don't you gear up and come ladder the Charlie side of the building?
Okay.
I'll have you go to the roof. From ground level, I can't see it. It might have just been coming from the ventilation system, but we'll ladder the roof and investigate. CENTCOM Battalion 9. I'm sorry, Battalion 4.
Battalion 4.
.360 of the structure is complete. We've got nothing else showing. It does appear that the smoke is just coming from the roof vents, but we're going to ladder the Charlie side, send a crew up to the roof to investigate. No needs at this time.
We do it here.
Right here, I guess.
Copy that.
So
Time 4.
it looks like here, like right above the ATM. See if we can get up there.
Yeah,
You
I see the HVAC right now.
Yeah, I think it's just coming from the vents, but let's just run up there and check.
Alright.
So you might have might need to ladder the awning here and then pop up from there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can't get the ladder up there. It's too tall.
Yeah, ladder pops pills side.
Oh, you wanted on a pop pill side? Okay,
Yeah,
copy.
let's put it over here and then we'll... Roof, Battalion 4.
Good.
Yeah, it's just gonna be smoke coming from the vent. I think we're good.
Give me CENTCOM Battalion 4.
Battalion 4.
Smoke only showing from the rooftop vent system. We'll be backing up and clearing the scene.
Copy that.
.609 CENTCOM.
6 and 9.
We'll be out Route 1, Great Ocean Highway at 3027. Now we've got a vehicle blocking the westbound lanes facing opposite direction and smoking. If we could get an engine company dispatched out here.
10-4. Engine 9.
Engine down, we copy. We'll be en route.
CENTCOM Battalion 4, you can sign me. And I'll be arriving.
Copy that. Battalion 4.
Battalion 4 to Engine 9. Battalion 4 to Engine 9.
Engine on.
Take oncoming lanes, otherwise you're going to get trapped on this side. We got quite the traffic jam.
10-4. CENTCOM engine on.
Go engine 9.
We're on scene. Single motor vehicle. We do get smoke showing. We'll be out investigating.
10-4. Smoke zone coming from the vehicle, and you'll be investigating. CENTCOM Battalion 4.
Good.
Yes, sir. Can I break away 609?
Yeah, as long as they're good to clear from their current position.
Section 9, we're just assisting with traffic control, as well as I think we're the primary blocking unit at the moment.
Copy.
Engine 9, command. Battalion 4, Engine 9.
Go for Battalion 4.
I think we're good here. It's just engine smoking. No visible fire or anything. We might just need to get a tow out.
Copy. 609 for Battalion 4. Battalion 4.
609, go ahead.
609, just move my Tahoe into a better position to block, and then you guys can clear.
Chief said.
Sounds good.
I'm back. I'll grab it.
Gonna turn the engine on. I don't like it
right
faking.
in the back. You could be the person that puts the water on the fire.
What'd you say? There's
You
so
can
much
ride
going
in the
on.
back.
I'm down.
Are you guys clearing?
Yeah, we can clear. It's just smoke.
CENTCOM Battalion 4.
Down 4.
All units will be clear, GOH.
Copy, units clear. For 609 or 3009 Procopio Drive, 3009 Procopio Drive. For chest pains, caller states he's having severe chest pains and is having difficulty breathing. Did indicate he does have history of heart attacks.
Engine 9, Battalion 4.
CENTCOM Battalion 4. Go ahead and assign the engine company as the first responder.
Copy that. Engine out. Going ahead, attach it to this will. To be advised, caller is on the second floor of his deck in the back of the house.
609, we have it.
You'll have to tell me the location.
And CENTCOM Battalion 4, can you re-air the postal for the engine company?
Copy, it's going to be 3009 Procopio Drive is what we were given.
CENTCOM Engine 9.
Engine 9.
On scene.
On scene.
609, we're on location.
Battalion 4's at quarters.
Copy that.
.609 Battalion 4, your request has been completed.
Copy, thank you. Six oh nine patient contact.
Sandcom Engine 9.
Engine 9.
Working code.
Cover that working code.
Battalion 4, I'll be out on Procopio.
I'll be up to 4.
Alright. Let it get its feel. And let's boogie. Just hang that. Do we have a D-tank on here? We can mount it to this clip right here. Cool. Alright, let's go. I'll push drugs once we're in.
Get in.
What hospital are we going to? Paleto?
Outfield box.
Definitely a pillbox run.
Sandcom 609.
609.
We're transporting.
Alright, well, I'll
the
take
box.
engine back.
Copy that. You're at about 5 minutes in.
10-4.
Sandcon out. Engine on.
Go of engine 9.
Show me returning to quarters available.
Copy. Turn the corners.
Battalion 4 clear.
10-4.
Engine 9, Brush 9, 3003, Procopio Promenade for brush fire. Engine 9, Brush 9, 3003, Procopio Promenade, brush fire. 1532.
Brush 9 CENTCOM.
Brush 9.
Show me responding.
Received. Engine 9s are now.
CENTCOM 609.
609.
What time we at?
You are 9 minutes in. 9 minutes.
Brush 9 CENTCOM.
Brush 9.
You show me on scene. Fire showing. It's going to be a small grass fire. I'll update with accurate dimensions in a minute. Engine 9 can get some water, get a water source, and supply Brush 9 water. I'll start Procopio command.
That'd be Brush 9 arriving to a small grass fire, requesting water supply from Engine 9, establishing command. Engine 9 to Brush 9, I don't see a water supply down here. We're gonna have to run with what we've got.
Copy.
CENTCOM 609. You're about 10 minutes in. 10.
CENTCOM Procopio command.
Good.
Yeah, advise. We've currently got a 1 acre by 1 acre fire spreading in the grass. If I can get more units this way, it'd be great.
Do you have a request on type of unit?
We can get a tanker here just for water supply, and some extra, probably an extra brush unit if possible.
Brush 7, Tanker 7, 3003, Procopio Promenade, assist on a brush fire. Brush 7, Tanker 7, 3003 Procopio Promenade. Assist on a brush fire. 37. How you doing on water?
Are you able to get me are you able to get some water from your tank into the pump, into the brush, please? I'm running a little low.
I can do that.
Thanks.
Sancom 609.
609.
We'll be out of service. Decon.
Copy that as first.
Engine 9 to brush. Engine 9 to brush 9, you've got water.
Copy, thanks, Chief. Sancom Procopio, come in.
Good.
You can show this fire contained. We're going to be conducting mop-up at this time.
Copy. Engine 9 to brush 9, I'm gonna take down the water supply.
Copy.
609 Battalion 4.
Good.
We're clearing pillbox. Would you like us to head to a certain area to get truck or anything?
Negative, you can just post station 9.
10-4.
First line from engine 9, I'm going to clear and go fill my tank back up.
Copy. You're clear.
SANCOM, sorry, 2-1 SANCOM be in service. Can you put me at 3009 Procopio Drive for a follow-up?
SANCOM has 201 out at 3009 Procopio.
CENTCOM Procopio command.
But
Yeah, you can cancel tanking 7 and rush 7.
message received. Engine 9 in quarters. Nice ride you've got there, Sheriff.
Thank you. Hey, do you know who the medic unit was that was at this call over here at 3009?
609. They should be on their way back up here.
Okay, I was gonna ask him a couple questions. That one's looking a little weird.
Alright, stand by. 609, 1101. .609 from 1101.
609.
It's your ETA to station 9.
Oh, we're about 5 mics.
Receive. They'll be here in 5 minutes.
Okay, let me just change this. Hold on. SANCOM 201.
201.
Yes, can you go ahead and retell this as a death investigation? This call.
Receive.
They found...
CENTCOM Procopio, command.
Man.
Mop-up complete. Fire is now fully contained. You can show Procopio command closing and returning to station. It's brush 9.
See.
Yeah, they're... Basically, they found something on him, and they're just trying to make sure that to see if anybody else saw anything while they were working on him. That's all I'm looking out for.
Gotcha. Not another overdose-related one, is it?
Probably that, or it was just what he had. They haven't done any kind of talks or anything like that. That's kind of later, but we're just trying to get the ducks in a row for everything else, so that way less work.
I gotcha. Well, you're more than welcome to come into the station and hang out until I get here.
Alright, let me just park up all nice and pretty.
CENTCOM brush 9.
Brush 9.
Brush 9 back in quarters available.
Received.
CENTCOM 609.
609.
Back in.
Copy posted at Station 9. Spent all that money on nice uniforms and you're not wearing any of it.
You know, that's for my cool thing about being a sheriff is I can dress a little bit comfortable.
You got a lot of stuff on your belt for comfortable.
Well, you know, I still need to be useful, but you know.
I'm surprised you don't have the more detective style gun belt. Straps over your shoulders.
Yeah, you know, I don't know why, I just never really liked those.
Cancer.
Hey, were you the medic working on the guy from
Yeah, I have no idea what his name was, but yeah. That was him.
Yeah, we're still working on that part.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, they were still working on that part. Did you notice anything around the house when you all were working on him? I know it was probably pretty crazy, but just anything out of the norm?
It was outside, but he was alone on the deck when we found him, and I didn't see anything or anyone in his general vicinity. The presentation was definitely weird, but I'm fairly certain the call came out as he had a cardiac history to start with. So I wouldn't be surprised if he had an MI or something like that proceeded into a cardiac arrest, which is the state that we found him in. Well, I mean, we found him very tacky, but he arrested right after that.
Yeah, they were just double checking because they found some meth in his pocket. So we're just they haven't done the talk stuff on it yet, so they don't know if they're working on that stuff. That'll be a while. You know how that goes, but
of course. If it helps any, I didn't see any. I didn't see a pipe. I didn't see anything like that. And his pupils were pearl, at least when I first got to him. Obviously, when he coded, they changed, but he was pearl when I first made my initial assessment.
Okay. Okay, cool. We just try and figure out how that happened. I know we have a problem with heroin being dealed out here and in Sandy, so we're trying to.
Yeah, I'm sure the talk screen will come back with more information for y'all.
Yeah, we're just doing the preliminary stuff, so I can.
Yeah, of course.
At least have all that ready.
Yeah, that code was a shit show.
Was it?
You have no idea.
Dude, I'll be right back.
And it was the young guy, whoever it was. It was his first code, so that was even better.
How'd he do?
Not bad. I mean, he was driving, so he didn't have to deal with much of it. But overall, he did all right.
Sometimes I feel like I would think that the driving part is the most stressful part because.
Oh, it is.
Like
it entirely is.
You can't get there fast enough.
Nope.
Yeah, I think
that is a terrible noise.
Obviously, I can't discuss too much about his condition with you.
Yeah. Well, no, they gave us enough. So they gave us enough. So yeah. Luckily, the good thing is a little bit about it is that no one knows who he is. So it's just that guy. But I think they're working on IDing him down there. So
yeah, I was gonna say John Doe codes are never fun.
No, they're not. No, sometimes it's easy when they have ID on them, but he didn't have ID on him either. So we gotta check him through our side. Maybe we've encountered him before. What is that noise?
I was gonna say try to print him and then cross-reference the prints through NCIC and stuff.
Yeah. I tried looking up the house address to see, but that comes back to a woman. So
maybe the wife.
I don't know if it's a wife or not. No one's home. I mean, they're obviously at the hospital.
Right. I would run for an immediate family, and just based on his age, yeah, I would cross-reference the property owner and check for an immediate family in the relative age of what he was, and then you can cross-reference that via check-ins to a hospital or something, and you can ID him pretty easily.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm assuming the person in the house is going up, but we'll find out here in a minute. Like, it's still kind of, I mean, obviously, it's still fresh. I'm just doing the follow-up stuff up here because the guys down at the city don't have to drive all the way up here for this. Because
yeah,
usually this is kind of cut and dry, but because it's starting to seem like not natural, we just need to double check some stuff. But
I mean, it definitely could have been having a cardiac history prior to this changes things a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it before where they take something like this and they take too much, or it's just enough to exacerbate the underlying issues, and it just kind of causes everything.
Yep.
But
Just after I finish my shower, how helpful.
What is it?
Engine 9, a fire alarm.
Oh,
At
not me.
3030.
Have
Great Ocean
fun.
Highway.
Bye.
Engine 9, a fire alarm. 3030. Great Ocean Highway at the gas station.
alright,
1557.
Watch, I'm gonna get assigned for manpower next. I feel it.
watch.
The one of you for extra manpower.
I'm just gonna stand there and do what I'm doing right now. Yep, it's on fire. Yep. By the way, so real quick, I feel like I did the pressure wrong. I think the pressure should have been low and not high.
Yeah.
I mean, when you were an SVT or borderline SVT, the pressure being high wasn't necessarily a bad thing.
Sandcom engine on.
But you can go in, and as you start to code, and as you start to, as your stats start to tank, you can actually change them,
Alarm 3030.
and it will update me with alerts and alarms depending on what your stuff changes.
Yeah, I was trying to fix that to change that, but sometimes it doesn't update correct. I got to go look at the resource and change a couple of those parameters around. But once you asked for the PEA rate, I was like, oh, I messed up because I don't know this part.
Yeah, I mean, if you're unsure about something you can just say you're asystolic. It's easier to say you're asystolic than it is to say you're in PEA and then go, okay, PEA at what rate, and a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah, because you can't even shop PA or asystole, right?
Single story.
That is correct. They're not.
Marshall.
You can't cardiovert them.
Disregard.
You can cardiovert VFib, VTAC, and SVT. That's really it.
I've heard people fixing their own SVT in a really non-safe way.
Precordial thump. Just punching themselves in the chest.
No, so one guy apparently, and this is a YouTube video he put up, he goes, what you do is, but you have to be sitting down for this because you're going to pass out. I'm like, oh, this is already not starting off good.
This already sounds like job security to me.
He goes, you have to clench down with all of your, you're basically tensing up your whole body, your muscles, and you're trying to force your heart back into a normal heart rate somehow.
Yeah, you know what I tell my patients? Act like you're going to poop, but don't poop.
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, that's a thing, and I didn't realize that was a thing. It's like sometimes if you have a history of it, people do it. I was like, wow. And he did it on camera while he was having an episode, and it didn't work, but he passed out like twice trying to do it. I was like, how do you fight your body's natural want to not pass out? I would stop what I'm doing if I feel like I'm gonna pass out. That's just not. YouTube.
Yep.
609. 3030 Great Ocean Highway at the convenience store. One having an anxiety attack because of the fire alarm. 609. 3030 Great Ocean Highway. One having an anxiety attack because of the fire alarm. 1601.
You think workman's comp would cover me if I jumped?
No.
Engine 9, did you have traffic?
10-4, we're on scene, single story commercial. We got nothing showing. We'll be out investigating.
Maybe Engine 9 arriving to a single story commercial with nothing showing. Did you copy the assignment for 609?
10-4, you said it was a panic attack.
Affirmative, no other information. I gotta get these guys riled up somehow.
10-4.
Nah.
609 Sencom.
609.
We have it. We'll be responding.
Proceed.
I kind of figured I'd give them something that don't happen all the time.
Engine 9.
Did they say where they were at 3030?
Negative. Just had a caller stating that because of the fire alarm, one of the employees was having a panic attack.
10-4.
But yeah, no. I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna throw this for a loop. Let's code it and see what happens.
It's a good one. They need that.
609 CENTCOM.
Good.
Is the PSAPper or the EMD attached to the call, walking them through the protocol?
Negative. Third-hand information.
Copy.
No, I was trying to give the medic side more to do because I know their stuff is very technical, so more than just a normal. I have a boo-boo.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I spent all this, like, spending money on that uniform, so I'm like, I'm not wearing it.
Where's the rest of your crew?
It's just me. My sergeant got personal issues going on. One of my other guys was supposed to be on, though he doesn't know he's one of my guys yet, but he is. And my other guy is working with y'all today.
Gotcha.
Speaking of which, I was not that, but a friend reached out while we were playing today, while I was at home, and talked about possibly to see if
CENTCOM Engine 9.
Engine 9.
Patient contact.
Received.
talking about how I was here and everything. He's like, that we're kind of growing, or we're trying to grow here and there. He goes, well, if you ever thought about merging and this and that, I was like, he spent a lot of money for it to be that way.
Yeah,
it'd be more of you coming over here.
Yeah, yep, it's kind of a one-way merge because I'm like $1,500 into this. So
yeah, which is why I was like, I don't think he's gonna go your way. I think he's gonna want to go the other way. We're a lot of money in. I'm like, ugh. But it was just funny. I was like, I'll let him know.
you can take my message back to him.
Oh yeah. Oh, I already know what it was gonna be.
And you can just label it as that because of our partnership with MU. We can't merge.
Yeah.
So Flashpoint has to exist.
609.
609.
We're on location.
609 on scene.
But yeah, so I thought that was funny. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna end more. Just like, it's not gonna. I think there are a lot of small communities out there, though.
Well, I mean, like Robert and those guys, like they were in a community and it shut down, so I just brought them all over here.
Yeah, it's just trying to. The hardest part is Civ stuff, and I think the calls y'all are gonna get whenever we go not public, but let's say public. It's gonna be a little bit different, but some of us will try and actually give y'all decent stuff.
Well, I mean, I've seen a little bit of folks that like to do kind of genuine calls. There's kind of the regular, whatevers, but I've seen some trolls, that I've watched online and stuff where there's some legitimacy.
Oh yeah, I think for the most part, if you portray it in the right way, you get the right people in. It's just, so I mean, it's just gonna take time. It's all this is. Like I said, I think maybe going to an everyday during the week type of thing. At least we can test to see how many people are actually available on certain days.
Yeah, and
Versus,
did we want to go 1900 Monday through Friday? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking Monday through Friday, 1900 on the weekend. Still keep it at 2.
Okay.
For right now, I mean, it's 2 on the weekend seems to be hit or miss, but more hit than miss, I think.
That sounds fair enough.
So, jeez, I'm getting tired. I haven't been to bed since 8 p.m. yesterday, so yeah, I stayed up all night. So I mean, I work nights, so that's normal. But normally I usually go to sleep, and I've been wired. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm staying up. But anywho's, so what happened to those one or two guys you said was one dispatch? Or there was one guy that was one to dispatch.
CENTCOM Engine 9.
Engine 9.
Patient transferred over to 609. We also were going to have the fire alarm shut off. So it's a faulty alarm. We'll be clear.
Received. Yeah, there's the one guy that has kind of been around. He started a new job too, so some conflicts there. And there was another guy that said that he was interested and then never showed up. So I think he actually got purged recently.
Okay. Because I know we have Chris.
Yeah, and
I
need to find time to work with him a little bit just to clean some things up for him, like just more process-wise and stuff. Because I feel like the way our SOPs are written simplifies that a lot more than what he tries to do, and then kind of jumbles things up. So
yeah, I think he's trying to, which I think most people try and do it their way, but try to put their little spin on it. But yeah, I gotta and I need to get with you to train a little bit too, so that way I can get to a point where when I do it, I don't feel so. As you can tell, just me just throwing things out there. I'm like, I hope this is how it sounds.
well, like in the, I don't remember the name of the Discord channel, radio protocol or something like that, under the OEC section, like it's kind of spelled out in there how to say it and whatnot. So if that helps at all.
Okay, I'll go look over there. But yeah, no. So we'll see, like I said, we'll see what happens. Have you talked to Shadow recently at all?
Not since he installed the radio. I've kind of stopped asking about ESX and stuff, just letting it happen. But I haven't heard much about that.
Okay. I know once he got back, we were supposed to start working on it, but I got busy and I was helping out with it.
609.
We'll be clear on our refusal.
Received.
What we can move to in the meantime, just as an option for you, depending on where he's at with the EXX. You know, maybe not, because I was gonna say we could make this one but open, but we couldn't, because we still need those processes to prevent people from doing certain things. So, like, never mind. But anyways, I digress. But I'm gonna go off shift for a little while because I need a break.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay on. I'm trying to be on longer than an hour, and I think it's just because that's when I get sleepy. So.
Yeah, with your schedule and stuff, I can understand.
Yeah, I might switch to a day shift schedule, so that way it might alleviate some of that in general. But
yeah, and I might end up on more evenings, just FYI. So.
Oh, jeez. Doing the good old switcheroo.
Yeah, a little bit here and there. I finally am moved over to my new division, and my peer, it works easier for him to do mornings to get the kids off to school and whatnot, so I'm probably going to take the afternoon, evening hours.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Engine 9.
We're back in.
But what was that spawn code again for the van?
For the dispatch van?
Yeah.
MFC, Mike Frank Charlie.
Okay. I just wanted to check something out with this lighting to see if it's better.
The collisions still aren't fixed, so don't be too upset.
Oh, so much better. Not gonna lie, if I can find this in a way to make it a transport van for us to have, that'd be hilariously awesome. But there's no way to really do it.
Well, will you toggle your siren, please? Thank you. There we go. Now you're good. I mean, I could just edit the interior to have kind of prisoner transportish.
Didn't know how doable that would be. That, or I might just make this part of like a SWAT van, like it's just one of their. Dun-dun-dun.
Did you handle that panic attack?
Something like that.
Good work.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell him to suck it up?
I put her on a cannula at 2 and gave her a quiet place to sit for a few minutes and just kind of brought her back down to reality.
So what's y'all's policy right now on sedating patients in the field?
Ketamine, lots of it.
For what?
Ketamine, lots of it.
Not being able to control them, and
severe or profound agitation.
There you go.
Severe agitation gets droperidol and Versed, and profound gets ketamine.
Nice. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Good to know.
Haldol, I need Haldol blow darts. That way I can stand at like 15, 20 feet away from my patient and just done. I don't have to fight them. I don't have to restrain them. I don't have to anything.
Just
So
One shot in the ass.
dip the end of a taser.
Jeez. Dude, so
Nice.
at one time we had this chick, she was a skinny little thing, and it's my first time dealing with someone and she was either high or having some kind of mental episode because she was running from something that wasn't there, and she was a skinny little thing. Well, she wouldn't put her hands behind her back, right? We're trying to restrain her because she's just everywhere, like she's everywhere on everyone. Well, I'm scared to put weight because this is a small little girl and I'm not a small little guy. And the guys I was working with, they're like, just force it, she'll be fine, and it's not going to hurt her like you think it will. Just don't, break her shoulder, but use a bit of force.
When they're cracked out, they don't know. They have no sense of pain.
So, and then the funny thing was when we had to restrain her feet because she kept kicking. Her ankles were so small we were able to use regular handcuffs for her ankles, which was weird. Well, but it was easier because they kept her feet from going too far apart, longer than leg irons. Anyways, medics got there. I don't know what they gave her at first because they gave her something and that didn't calm her down at all. And then came the night juice, and then.
Well, the kind of tricky part of it is you try to start out nice and easy with something like Haldol, droperidol. That stuff takes 20 minutes or so before it really starts working. So if you're really in it with somebody, settle in. It's going to take a little bit.
Yeah, they gave her 2. I remember them sticking her twice with something, and they're like, "Okay, the first one, it didn't work. Okay, let's try more." About 5 minutes later, "Oh yeah, no, that's not working either." All right, here it comes. And it was just screams, got lighter, and then sleep.
Ketamine takes, if you're going IM, ketamine only takes a couple seconds, and they're done.
So I'm like,
And it's
I
the
wanted to ask
safest
him.
one.
Yep.
I wanted to ask him why they didn't do that in the first. Well, actually, there was one time they didn't want to sedate one of our guys. He was high on something. I don't like high as in So part of the reason why we called because he kept trying to slam his head against the bricks.
Oh yeah.
Floor, and we were using our feet to protect him, but we need to have him come checked out before we take him anywhere. And his heart rate was high; it was like 150, 160, and it wasn't coming down. So they're like, "I guess we're gonna go ahead and take him because it's not coming down."
Yeah, they can't leave him in your custody if he's tacky like that. It's a risk.
And we're like, "Are y'all gonna sedate him or something?" No, we'll take him like that.
Yeah,
sure.
The vast majority of the time, there is a lot of protocol that goes into actually being allowed to sedate. So we will go for soft restraints the majority of the time, and then if it's still really bad or they break a restraint or something like that, then it's time for the night-night juice.
We actually had a little bit of a disagreement with some of our firefighters, between our police and firefighters, over a guy because he was going to be an ED, and the place that we called to get directions for that told us to have the fire guys who had already checked him out come back and transport him because they wanted it more of a medical than a mental at the moment. Mainly because he wasn't talking to us at all. Like, at all. And it was this big old fight over. But we're not transporting him because of that. But this organization who is over you said to do it. We're not going to do it.
Well, I mean,
right.
technically they only have to operate under the direction of their medical control. So if it's not their medical control doctor advising them to transport, then technically somebody else's MD can't issue them orders. It has to be their specific medical control.
I think it is theirs. I think it's what we always call that gives us directions. Okay, to direct us which hospital to go to, which facility to go to, or whatever. And I guess they said they're viewing it more as a medical issue first, which is why they want medics to transport him, because they were concerned because he wasn't talking and he was zoned out in the middle of nowhere. That maybe was more of a medical issue more than he's having a mental.
Yeah, diabetic or something. Maybe they got to clear all the medical stuff first.
Yeah.
So, but there was that little argument going. It wasn't like stupid. It was stupid, but it wasn't like, everybody was at each other's throats. It was more like just. All right.
So it wasn't at the time of one of the cops deciding to go, hey.
Sounds to me like either diabetic or postictal, one of the two.
I think he just wasn't all there, because then he, randomly he'll get up and he'll walk a little bit and he'll stop, and then when you try and move him, he just goes dead weight. And then it was this big old, then he's staring out doing the 1,000-yard stare, it was just weird. Either way, he was going to be taken because, but no, it was just this big old, okay, well, I need to get everybody's names that's here. And he made a notate in a report that y'all are refusing. And that's mainly because if something happens while we're transporting him and he somehow dies or something stupid happens, they can't get mad at us. We tried. Which is fair. I mean, it was probably stupid to begin with, so it got kind of complicated for what I thought was no reason. But then again, for a city of 1.5 million, we only have 20 medics. 20 in-service, usually, medics. And those seem to get used up pretty quickly. In fact, I love the complaint people get whenever our platforms go to medical calls. You know how much gas you're wasting?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm like, I think that's diesel. I could be wrong.
I love it when the tillers roll up on medical calls. I'm like, ooh, it's a big truck for this stub toe.
So, and then we tell him, I told him this, is like, so do you want to get someone to come check you out to make sure you need something, or would you rather wait 20 or 30 minutes for an actual ambulance to make their way out here whenever they're free? And they're like, yeah.
You know what I love is when people ring fucking an emergency number, like 911.
Yeah.
I like seat
and
prep.
for like just basic shit, like fuck, drive yourself to hospital.
I will say, our medics by where I work hate us. Or it seems like they do. Now, I don't blame them necessarily because we call them for BS all the time. But because we can't tell someone really no all the time. Like if they're a frequent flyer, like they always ask, then I'll tell them no. Like if it's for something stupid. But if it's like if I'm talking to them and I was like, okay, what do you need EMS for? It's like, my stomach hurts. Okay. Well, have you ate anything? Then this, blah blah blah. But usually, a lot of times, what it is they ran out of meds and they want more. Once I figure out that's all they want, I tell them no because I'm like, they're not going to take you to the hospital. You're going to waste their time. There's something wrong with you. But I need my meds. Okay, well then go to a clinic and go get them. Like, they're not going to take you. In fact,
if you need your meds, you should probably have a script for your meds.
Well, we deal with a lot of the homeless variety, so it's a different.
Yeah, the ones that don't have primary care.
Yeah, that, and a lot of times people end up selling their meds to.
I was gonna say it sounds like a little bit of seeky going on rather than I need my meds for real.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of what it is usually, but
it's sad when people have to sell their own like prescription just to like live.
But see, they're not doing it to live because they need food. They're doing it because they're
doing it so they can buy more booze or buy their own.
That's what their
consumption alcohol or do.
Yeah, but I mean,
fair enough.
So it's just kind of one of those things. You're just like, all right, this is like I had one guy who said he fell. So I got flagged down because he had fallen, and he was saying that he broke his rib. Meanwhile, he's kind of half hunched up and talking to me fine. If your rib is really cracked or broken, you're probably in a lot of pain. I would assume. Medics got there, they checked him out, he was fine. Alright. An hour later, he's laying down on the other side of the property, complaining about the same thing to my lieutenant. And my lieutenant calls EMS for him, and I go over there and it's like, hey, he's faking it because EMS already checked him. Like they checked him out, they touched his rib, like they were rubbing up on him. Nothing. No pain response, no nothing. So either you're horrible with pain or you can't fake it correctly. So much fun. But yeah, no, we call him a lot for Kush. Like a lot for Kush.
Fun.
He probably thought he broke his McRib.
Yeah. Well, they get mad at us whenever we call them out there for that because I know they'll usually come out of it within 10 or 15 minutes and they're good. But to the general public, it's bad when I just stand there and let them spaz out or just stay unconscious for 10 to 15 minutes. So I've got to call them. And now every time, by the time that they get there, they're coming out of it and they're just fine. And then they look at us like, why did you call us out here for this?
Why don't you come try to do my job?
I was like, trust me, I really didn't want to call you because I know what this was gonna be, and they're like, we can't treat them for this, right? It's like I'm fully aware. All you're here for is to make sure they don't stop breathing. That's the only thing you can do and help with. Because Kush isn't a narcotic. Narcan's not gonna work. It's chemical. They just gotta run. They gotta write it out. Have fun with it, I guess.
It's pretty quick though, isn't it? I mean, like our K2 stuff, we have a bunch of people that make multiple trips to the ED in a single day because by the time they even get to the ED, everything's worn off.
Yeah, that's why usually I give it if they're conscious, as long as they're not convulsing uncontrollably, they're not. But if it's just that they're just zoned out or whatever, nah. Or if it's that they're passed out, I give them about a good 5 or 6 minutes. As long as they can respond to pain compliance, I don't worry about it. The minute that they can't, and I think that maybe I need to go ahead and call somebody because yeah, this is not going to be good.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, we just get bitched at all the time by them because and it's not even so much them saying stuff, it's them looking at us. Because you have that look of like, really, guy? Really? This is what you call me here for? We do it all the time. But I know I think our medics hate us because we're calling them at least once or twice a day.
But I'd rather y'all call us and then us cancel or do a refusal than somebody die in your custody and then have it be a whole shit show.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. Yeah, that's the other reason why we call all the time, because we're not. Nope, that's not going to be. As we say, it's not our problem. We're not going to let that be our problem, because the first thing they're going to ask us, why didn't you go for medics? And you have no response that you can give is going to be good enough. Nothing. So we just like, okay. But no. I actually felt bad for a guy. We had a guy that said he got stabbed in the eye. So when I look at him, he has a cut to the lower portion of his eye, like just right the crevice. But I can't tell if it's just superficial or if it's, So EMS gets out there to check him. They're like, oh no, it's superficial. He's fine. Like, it probably hurts him. And he was talking like he was drunk and starting his speech a little bit, and he just wanted to get to the homeless shelter and this and that. Well, another agency came, took over the call, even though we didn't need them to, and ended up checking him for warrants like they do with everybody. He had one city ticket, and they took him to jail. I was like, he's the victim. Why are you taking him to jail? What is wrong with you guys? It was hilarious. And then in the back of the car, he starts having a diabetic episode. I'm like, well, see?
Oh, lovely. Red flag.
Oh.
Great.
Oh!
Great.
Hey!
I'm going to go ahead and go out of service
the
now.
wildfire fighter and me excited.
Coyote, I forgot.
I'm on an ambulance. I'm fine.
Yeah, it's a good little thing.
I like it. I actually forgot about it. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I was gonna do this because I've been trying to find the tornado script and stuff. We're getting into storm chasing seasons.
That you can do it with missing people, so like silver alerts.
Yep.
Oh shit! Hey guys, I'm weather warning coming in. Red flag conditions. Yay!
Who's taking my stats?
Oh, that's cool.
Just tick.
Hey, I'm just looking, alright? Leave me alone.
Yeah, like, so I have to go into this script and fix these things, and maybe one of the medical guys, or whoever knows medical, can help me, because I have to play with the ranges to put them right. Because, like, I'll have certain things, for, like, blood glucose, for example, if I have it as 80,
it's
sometimes
because it's not
high.
set to the American system. That's why.
Yeah, so I have to go in there and change that.
Hashtag fucking metric mess.
Wait, I honestly, I want to know, is there, like, I was trying to, like, that code that we ran, how the fuck were you getting the blood pressures and all that? I didn't see nothing through chat.
That's,
I stuck that man on a life pack and used the observation menu.
Yeah.
There's an observation menu? I didn't even know that.
There is, yes.
As long as people use it correctly.
Some people don't know how to use it.
So, like, if you're next to me, because I think mine's still set, /OBS?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you do /OBS while you're next to me, it should have my stats.
But yeah, so the reason it was being weird is because it's set to millimoles per liter, and we don't use that in the United States. We use megs per deciliter. So the reason it's what is it, milligrams per 100 liters? Yeah, or 100 milliliters. So the conversion is like, the way I remember it is like 3 to like 3 to 7 is fine. Anything more, no bueno. Anything less, no bueno.
Can you actually toggle it to, like, Imperial system, or?
Yeah, I think I have to go in the settings in the actual script.
You might be able to. The problem is, at least for weight and stuff, we still use kigs for weight in medicine. We don't use pounds and stuff like that. So there are things in medicine that we still use the metric just because it's easier somehow.
It's easier to measure things in metric because it's the same reason why the US military or just NATO forces in general use metric is because it's more accurate to use the metric system in certain aspects.
So like the good thing I like, the reason why I think was it me or was it somebody else that showed this to y'all or us? But I liked it because it gave you at least a good set of vital stuff to work with.
I like that it actually gives sounds when your vitals start changing. You actually get alert tones, which is nice.
And then for like EKG, you have your normal sinus, tachycardia, bradycardia, asystole, PEA, VT, VF, ST segment evaluation. I don't know what that.
STEMI.
Heart attack.
AFib. It's a type of heart attack. ST elevation myocardial infarction.
Oh,
I'm just going through mine at the moment.
AFib, you're good. Lung sounds, there's clear, wheezing, bubbling, absent.
Oh, I'm just.
So can the Civ change those in a certain menu? Or
/set. /set
okay.
ops.
And then whenever you, if you want your stuff to change, you just go back into /set OBS, and whatever you want to change, like your heart rate, just know your blood pressure. It's one section or one side at a time. So if it's 130 over 80, it's gonna be 130, and then enter, and it'll ask you for the bottom number, which is 80, and then enter, and then it'll put the whole blood pressure in there.
Shit, whatever. Pretty sure.
I can't remember which is which, but I can't remember what the second. I don't.
Pretty sure your top number is your diastolic, and your bottom number is your systolic.
So I've always been told the one number that you want to pay attention to the most is the bottom number.
Is the other way okay?
Okay.
My doctor tells me my diastolic shouldn't go over 90.
Yeah, I mean, both numbers have pertinence, but if you're a normal, healthy person, active, whatever, when your bottom number, the diastolic, gets to 90 or above, that's when you're looking at hypertension. The top number isn't as big of a deal unless you're getting into, hypovolemia or other issues.
So here's a funny tidbit about medical information for me that I don't mind giving out. So when I was going to start getting in shape for the police academy, I went to go see my cardiologist because I have
Oh.
I don't like that.
Tornado siren!
Oh my god!
Oh shit! Tornado!
Well, technically, it's part of the pager system, but yes.
Yeah.
Imagine having a volunteer fire department.
I wish. That would be so
god.
Cool. SANCOM 1340. Call covered. We got the siren going on.
See, my station back on mainland doesn't actually have those because the station was never it was set after pages were starting to put in and stuff. And we're in a pretty good signal area, so there's no need for a siren. So they don't have one on the station, but I know a few stations that are around me that have no signal anywhere. So basically, and the pages don't work off the system because of that.
Oh.
So they have to when they do it, they have to use the siren, and I'll just be randomly driving past their station and I hear it. I'm like, oh, somebody got a call.
Jump down.
Yeah, I
jump down.
I hate tornadoes when they're close. I think that's everybody, but from a distance, they're beautiful things. So I hate hearing that siren because it makes me nervous.
See, I just have to deal with cyclones here in Australia, and it's not even me. It's just the northern part of Australia.
Are they called cyclones because they spin the other direction in the southern hemisphere? Or... bad joke. Okay, silence.
That's like the whole toilet thing, where the toilet bowl doesn't spin the opposite way either.
I don't have to worry about cyclones, tornadoes. All I have to
Aren't
worry
you
about
like
is...
hanging upside down like a bat right now? What are you talking about?
Yep, here we go again.
What's it like to hang from the earth?
How do you not fall off?
It's called gravity.
But the Earth is
You're
flat.
lucky that shit pulls you towards the center.
It's this magical force that flat earthers don't believe in.
But the Earth is flat, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you go over there at 17 feet. It's made a little.
See, I would expect
shine a
that
light
from
through
law
it. Are you gonna be
enforcement,
able
but
to see
like,
it? No.
No, so here's the funny thing. So my first doctor, he was an asshole, because he scared me. He's
an asshole because he scared you.
Okay,
there it is.
Let me explain. So I went there first because I was like, hey, I want to go start running again. I just get really tight chested whenever I run when it's cold outside. Usually when I have an inhaler, it helps open me up easier, whatever, and I'm usually good. Like after one puff, I'm good. So he goes, well, I need to do an EKG on you first to make sure that, I think it's EKG, yeah. To make sure that there's no heart problems that could be related to your breathing issue. I was like, okay, cool. Did it, came back that there were some irregular rhythms or patterns or whatever, however you say that. There were bumps where there shouldn't have been bumps, is all I can say. There you go. So he's like, well, you need to go see a specialist. So and this is the example he gives me. He goes, so how sometimes these athletes they are exercising or working out and then they just drop dead. It's like, yeah. He goes, that could be that. What the? All right.
So I got it. This is a serious question. What's the difference between a 12 lead and an EKG?
Semantics for the most part.
Wordplay.
Oh, okay.
So
an EKG could mean multiple things. A 12 lead is a very specific type of EKG.
Okay.
So I don't know these things. So I go to the cardiologist, go through all these tests, the fucking stress echo, all this kind of shit. And he goes, "Oh, you just have PVCs. It's benign. You're not gonna die." I'm like,
"Just have PVCs?
Thanks."
Okay.
He was like, "It's not gonna kill you." He goes. He goes
today at least. He goes die of something.
He goes, probably when you're like 70, 80, your heart's probably gonna be weaker, but it's not like. He goes, your heart. He goes, in the way he explained to me, he goes, basically your heart, there's an electrical little short somewhere, and it's causing your heart to not go out of rhythm, but it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. But he says apparently, based off of my stress echo and ultrasound, he goes, because when he did my whatever they call it, he's like, your heart looks healthy, sounds healthy, blood's flowing healthily, and he goes, and it's kind of random sometimes, so he just gave me some medication for it. He goes, hey, this will make you feel better. As long as you don't have crazy amounts of palpitations, you're probably gonna be fine. It's not that big of a deal. I'm like, okay. He goes, we can do the ablation if you want, and about 80% of the time that fixes the problem.
And the other 20% of the time, you end up walking out with a stroke.
Yes. So I've actually watched on YouTube that procedure, and it did not look good. And he's like, and they were telling me you won't feel it going up your groin like that. You won't feel it up until it gets to your actual heart. And he goes, now, looking at it, he goes, it's very uncomfortable for the first 30 minutes. That's like the doctor saying, okay, it's not going to hurt. You're going to feel some pressure. It's a fucking lie. It's going to hurt. Tell me what all they have to do. They speed up your heart, slow it down, speed it up, slow it down, speed it up, slow it down, so they can figure out where it's at that the problem is, and then they put you to sleep and they burn it. or freeze it or whatever. But yeah, no, I thought that was hilarious. So the last time I had to get put on blood pressure meds just because when I was exercising, when we did the stress test, it's like he goes, either I'm taking your blood pressure wrong or your blood pressure is 200/99. That is not good. I was like, and every time I tell that to somebody, they give me that look like you're alive. So I never know how bad that number is. I'm guessing
299.
200/99.
Yeah, did you have a headache that day?
No, I was fine. I was a little tired, but I was all right. Because I mean, it was during the whole stress test.
Are you sure?
Yes. Like, my blood pressure before we started was fine. It was once we got started and I was walking up the damn treadmill at the steep incline.
Stair climb?
Yeah, because all they have you do for the stress test, they do it one of two ways. They can do it chemically or they can do it by you just physically on a treadmill, and as it goes, over a certain amount of time, it's going to raise the incline up and speed up a little bit, so your heart goes faster and faster and faster and faster. And he stopped at like 200, well, when I was at 200/99, he was like, yeah, no. We're going to stop here. And he goes, are you tired? Are you okay? You have a headache? You have this? You have that? I'm like, no, I'm fine. You sure? Yeah. He seemed more concerned about it than I was.
Well, I don't know how bad that is, but it just sounds pretty bad.
His face made me feel like, probably not a good thing. So, but ever since then, I've been on medication for it whenever I exercise. My blood pressure doesn't go that high anymore, which is good. The only thing with his blood pressure medication, he goes, it's a beta blocker and this and that. I'm like, great. And he's like, getting your heart rate up when you're trying to work out, it's going to be a little hard. You're going to have to work a little bit harder. I'm like, man. But, anywho's. Alright, I'm going to go night-night now.
I was going to say, you're about 2 hours overdue for your nap that we were talking about.
No shit. I get talking
Night-night.
and then I get excited.
And Robert's over here doing yoga.
I need something to bring tranquility and peace to my life. I'll try anything.
After that crazy ass, after that,
you fucking do.
after that crazy ass code I gave you that probably didn't make sense. Part of it.
No, it made sense. You actually did a really good job. That, especially for somebody who doesn't necessarily know everything about it, that was actually pretty realistic. It was a shitstorm, and that's exactly how they really are.
Yep. They are. It's very much a shitstorm.
Alright, I'll be right back. Give me a few minutes. I hope that call wasn't from ALS privileges. Steal my bag.
Engine
Bye.
9609, Port Zancudo at 1002 Great Ocean Highway for an accidental shooting. For Engine 9609, 1002 Great Ocean Highway at Port Zancudo for an accidental shooting. 1646.
Sancom Engine 9.
Engine 9. Engine 9.
Responded.
Received. For Engine 9 and 609, 1002 Great Ocean Highway, Port St. Cudo, they're requesting that you use the entrance off of GOH. Just inside the security checkpoint, there's a male with an accidental use.
10-4.
And the scene is secure code 4 on your arrival.
Copy.
.609.
Sandcom, Engine 9.
Engine 9.
We're on scene.
The Engine 9 on scene.
You're literally cutting in and out. Give me a sec.
Hey, go get me the bag. Get me a turn. Just go get me the bag.
Are you able to hear me? I'm no clipped.
Yeah.
You see the soldier down in the grass in front of the building?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's what I was. Oh, there he is. Or there you are.
Yeah, he's literally right underneath me.
Nope, I don't see him.
Okay, well, never mind. Call it a DOA. We'll cancel.
Alright.
Sandcom, Engine 9.
Good.
We're gonna. It's gonna be a DOA.
Received. .609, you can cancel.
What in the fuck?
Sandcom, Engine 9.
Good.
Clear available.
Received.
Firefight, just like every other fucking place. But
You're just gonna drive right
they
past that vehicle on fire?
what? There's no vehicle.
Engine 9, 3001 Great Ocean Highway for a vehicle fire. Engine 9, 3001 Great Ocean Highway for a vehicle fire.
Sandcom engine 9.
Good.
Responding.
Copy. Caller reporting multiple vehicles on fire on Great Ocean Highway near the intersection of Prominent.
Sandcom engine 9.
Good.
We're on scene. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars that seem to be that were on fire. Oh, we just had an explosion. We have multiple cars on fire.
Backing up.
Well, seems not safe. We're gonna be backing up. You might want to roll an MCI.
Copy. Multiple vehicles on fire.
Deck